Hey everybody, it's the Mad Master here. I'm doing a little bit of a... Hey, whoever trolled me about my hair. Here you go. I got some hair. Still growing. It's a little thin on the top. Here you go. It's still growing. See? I have a receding hairline, but I'm not losing my hair. Anyways, it hasn't really receded in about, that much in 10 years. Kind of my mid-20s, it started to do that and kind of stopped. But anyways, fuck you, trolls, and people that are so butthurt about my Baby Metal video. You're idiots. I mean, who cares if I don't like a band? Yeah, maybe one day I'll check them out, their albums, but I just don't like the association of Japanese metal with baby metal, just like I don't like a lot of other stuff. Anyways, this rant is about the virtual dating thing that's being... Hopefully this video won't stop because my iPhone's having some problems. But because I might have to use my computer again if not. But the virtual dating thing's being peddled by these apps and all these like Bumble and Hinge. Tinder, thankfully, is a little bit more free of that. I'm very happy that they don't push that in their, on their app, because if they, even though they own some of these other outlets too, I'd be really pissed. But just as a note, nobody that I've talked to on any of these apps in the last, 8 to 10 months or so has not been up for a real life date. There's something that happened with one person that I was going to meet, and then someone else, and then I did have a date, real life date, and so forth. So just more recently. So I don't know why they're trying to push this so much, and I don't know what are we supposed to do? What are the that's the problem with this crisis, the virus thing, is there's no clear defined standard of what you're supposed to do. So these apps say, oh, why don't you go on a virtual date? Oh, have some blurry fucking thing on your screen, with none of the interaction that attraction is about, with, all these chemicals and body language and stuff. As far as sitting down at your computer or your phone or whatever. So they're expecting people to do that, but how long are you supposed to do that? You're supposed to get the action vaccination before you meet up in person? What is the guidelines? What I don't get it, And then there's these headlines about, I virtual dated, but we had to meet up in person. I'm sorry. This is my blog post about how I did meet my lover in real life, because even with the virus, I feel so guilty because I probably spread it to 500 people, but I didn't know because nobody died around me. It's just like, I don't get it. It's kind of like the whole thing with the asymptomatic things. Like, so what's the standard? So you're not supposed to, what if you never know anybody that gets sick? Did you happen to accidentally give it to someone walking down the street, and you don't know about it? I just don't get all this stuff. It just doesn't, I don't want to sound glib or, stupid or something. I hope I don't sound insane or stupid, but it's like a lot of this stuff seems insane or stupid and doesn't make a lot of sense. So the virtual dating thing, I will never do the virtual dating thing. I think it's so just moronic. It doesn't mean that, I won't, like, my last date, I told her, I don't know anybody that's been sick. I haven't been around anybody that I know has been sick. And she she accepted that. Picked her up. She wasn't wearing a mask. I wasn't wearing a mask. We went on a date. Everything's fine as far as I know. She's still on my Snapchat, so I see her post stuff. Nobody died, She knew people that died, apparently, from the virus. It's like, okay, I don't know who these people were or what, but it's like, this virtual date thing is just so stupid to me. And it's like, as long as you're careful, I don't see the big deal in going on a real life date. And I'm not going to talk to someone on Zoom for 6 months before see them in person. First of all, I don't know if I'm exactly the most photogenic person on a Zoom call anyways, or Skype. We'll check that out. Whoa, it's like a little mohawk going on. It is thin, though. I'll admit it. You know, it looks a little thin. It's getting longer, though. Let's see if this grows. I said if it doesn't go in the middle of my nose by February, I'm probably going to cut it all off and just do another thing like I used to have. But we'll see. But anyways, that's about my hair, not about this video, virtual dating. I will never virtual date. I think it's stupid. I'd rather not. If a woman doesn't want to meet him up in person, meet up in person, they're a little bit too, especially like in a place where there's not really that much going on with the virus. You know, it's like, I could see like in the middle of New York City in March or April going on a couple virtual dates and then meeting up in person. But in a region where there's, you know, not much going on, I think you're being way too catastrophic and influenced by the media in that case. So that's all I got to say about virtual dates.